Bellinger. I am a ship and bottle builder. I live here in Newburyport. A very long time. I started counting the ship models, keeping a record of them, 41 years ago. Wait, what year is it now? No, 44 years ago. So, as my wife would say, it's a very long time indeed. I was always intrigued by them. I love the idea that you can combine the permanence and sort of the dignity of a static ship model with something of the immediacy and spontaneity of like a sketch or a watercolor. And there is one aspect about ship and bottle building which has always appealed to me. Everyone always assumes that you're up to no good. So it gives you a great deal more creative freedom. So ship and bottle building is just, it's like Frost was asked once, why don't you write poems without rhyme? And he said it feels like playing tennis without a net. Making a ship model and not putting it in a bottle feels a little like that. So it's something to do. And they are much easier to keep clean. Well, that's almost like a chicken and the egg. Because for a ship and bottle builder, it's what ship do you want to make, but also what bottle do you want to fill? And you have to have a good combination. And certainly there are many ships I've seen which I think would be just beautiful to make models of, for which there may not be practical bottles. But very often, as I often say, I like a nice piece of glass, and I'll see a bottle and immediately begin to think of what might go into it. I met a ship and bottle builder last year who had been doing it for 50 years. And he was in his 90s and in a retirement home and so on. But I brought along a ship and bottle to show him that I was earnest in my interest in what he had spent all this time doing. And he said very nice things about it. He was very kind and so forth. And I saw him admiring it and reaching out and then touching the glass, and I realized what he was really admiring was the bottle and what he dreamt he might have been able to put in it. Does that answer that question? I don't know. It seems like the process is all obvious to me. So it's hard for me to comment on what a viewer might particularly focus on in individual models or individual details. I think more in terms of how the overall impact would be. Henry Matisse wrote once that a good painting should be like an armchair, something a man can come home and relax with. And I think a good ship model should have that kind of experience. It's not, some details might contribute to the experience, but the overall experience is part of the overall completed work. Getting done. Getting done and starting something new. Always. If there was only one that I could model, that would be extremely hard. That'd be hard to say. There's certainly several that I wanted to model. I think one of the ones, well, ideas come and go. And I get enthusiastic about something, and then other things, the phone rings, I have to do a job for somebody, or taking time to finish something like this. This is the Charles Morgan, and I've wanted to build her for many years. And when I'm done with this, I will not want to build her again for many years, if ever. Um, I think the privateer rattlesnake stands out in my mind. She's a very handsome ship, and there's a lot of appealing detail and shapes and balance of rig and hull about her. But there are some that I've built models of. I've built 15 models of the schooner Engelmar. And I go back to her every couple of years, almost like a touchstone, to see what may have developed, how things may have changed for me, what I may have learned in the succeeding time. And there's some of those models which were good, and there's some of them that weren't. So, I've often thought about the Newsboy. It was good to see Marshall with that Newsboy kit, and I've made 6 models of her, or 7. And I've thought maybe I would like to try her again.